Hello.
Welcome back to VibeLamp podcast, and
Yes.
this is our 5th episode.
All right.
This is our
I lose
topic
count.
number 5. Yeah. For us, it seems like it's been a while. It's been a long time, and
Yep.
we missed you guys. So as we'll be starting our 5th episode, it's gonna be about respect of privacy, and I think this has been maybe an issue for you or an issue for many of us who thought that privacy wasn't really much before, because in the European or American countries it means a lot to them. Privacy, you can't just go shake their hands without consent. You can't just touch them. You can't just go into their property. There will be big consequences according to their law.
Yeah, but we try to keep it as simple as possible.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep, but it's gonna be more, I think, discussion about. We're gonna be discussing more instead of just focusing on you guys, because we also want to change some things a bit. But I hope this video will not take too long.
Yeah, let's not make it.
So we're just gonna make it basic, general. Maybe in the future we'll be going to more specific things. Okay. So now, what is privacy for you?
For me, for a long time it was not really a thing for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, my personality is that I like to share what I have sometimes. I think it's because how I brought up.
Yeah.
In a family which we share a lot of things, so we don't have much of boundary, and that's also leads me into thinking that
That's fine. Yeah.
it's fine as long as you are friends.
Yeah.
This person. Sometimes there are stuff
Exactly.
that you should have not mentioned it, or you should have not touch it.
Yeah.
You can just do it because you feel like it's the thing that make you feel close to the person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's what most Asian countries have in common.
Yeah.
It's like it's they have this in Asian countries we have this sort of known familial relationship where you feel as close as family.
Yes.
And it's fine to do this and fine to do that, and I think that's what differentiates us from the European or from American countries, is that we have this connection with our family, and we always love to share this, share that, and also gossiping. that's one of it, gossiping. And I think most of our viewers know that.
Without knowing it sometimes.
Yeah, without knowing it, and there are big consequences for that. We thought before, or maybe even until now, there are times like, oh, maybe it's no problem to say this, maybe it's no problem to say that. But there are subtle consequences behind that.
Yes.
And there are things that we need to know we should not touch, and we should think about what we say. We should think about what we do.
Okay. So let's bring an example that we.
So, for example,
discuss.
like maybe most of you experience this. What happens if a friend of yours touches something that you don't want them to touch?
Okay. What
Maybe-
if me
Yeah.
grab his phone without his consent, or
And then you
he
check
knows
my-
about it, and then I just scroll through his chart.
I would be
His chart.
I would not like that, honestly.
Yeah.
Because there are some things that I'd like to keep for myself, and there are some things that you don't have to know about me.
Yeah. For some people, they feel like when they do that, they have closer relationship to the person.
Yeah.
But unknowingly, they create something in between them. It's like you overstep.
Yeah, you overstep your boundaries.
Yeah.
And I think we should also emphasize that maybe in one episode, why there should be boundaries in some things.
Okay.
It should not be just no boundaries and you can just.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yes.
So what else? What other examples that you can bring about? Or maybe, what if I took something from you and I didn't tell you? What would that be called?
Yeah.
That would be
It's like
theft. That would be stealing.
Yeah, like
in a way.
stealing. But it depends though.
Yeah, but for friends, like sometimes like, oh, it's okay, you took this, you took that, but there are some things that maybe your friend doesn't just is not just okay with that. Not everyone is okay with that.
Yeah,
So you
true.
can just treat everyone and generalize everyone like, oh, since I can borrow this from someone without them knowing, maybe I can do it to you too, or to that person too. That's a dangerous, way of thinking.
Yeah, and I think it's common sense to have some respect to the person, even though you know them or you are close. But it's better to ask.
Yes,
Yeah,
there's
to
always
ask
gotta be
to-
consent,
To let them know at least.
even with the family.
Yeah.
Even with
Yeah,
the
I know.
family.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
like I know some of you guys maybe don't even wouldn't let your parents in your rooms, or don't let your parents touch your stuff. The same with your friends. But some people misunderstand that. Like they think that if you don't share them some stuff, some info about this or that, they think that you don't want to be close to them, or you're far
Yeah, like you're pushing them away.
from. Yeah, you're pushing them away.
Yeah.
It's like,
I actually used to feel like that, when I feel like where I left out,
you feel
being left out
Yeah.
of a certain thing. You don't know the story. Why nobody is telling me about this? I supposed to know about it. I thought we're close. I thought we are friends. I thought we are family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but come to think of it, yes, there are some times, there are something that sometimes you don't need to know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I felt that in some way.
Yeah.
But if you were to just force into it and do those, it can just become worse for you.
Yeah.
And it's like you're just battling with yourself.
Yeah.
Like they didn't mean to not share it, but
Yeah.
they have a reason why they don't want to share it.
Or even though they share it, it might not be a benefit to you
Exactly.
or any contribution to the story or the situation. So sometimes it is safer for you to stay out.
All right.
It's out of good intention.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Exactly. And then we're gonna talk about also why we say sometimes. Okay. Later in the episode. So.
So we're still in privacy.
Yeah. So for those who are not really clearly defined yet about privacy can be something that is physical or non-physical, that you want to keep for yourself, secure yourself.
It's about just personal stuff
Because
or
it's-
business stuff.
Because it's your right.
Yeah.
You have to, because it's dangerous if everyone just knows everything about you, or everyone can just use anything that you have.
True, because you just don't know how are they going to use that
Exactly.
information against you.
So we have different types of privacy. We have like personal privacy, maybe even meaning about yourself, maybe your age, your personal records, maybe your health records, maybe your tax information, even driver's license and all those. It's dangerous to.
Yeah, that's why people, especially in Cambodia, we are not really into these online market.
Yeah.
E-commerce, buying through online. Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah,
still
they
caution.
still feel afraid that is this secured?
Exactly.
I'm going to put my address, my name, my number, even my account number and
Now
everything.
that shows you that privacy is important.
Yeah.
You can't just give any of your information away. It's so important.
That's
you
why-
don't realize it.
People need to always check if this website is legit for me to put
Yes.
my information into it.
Now that also is the same for people you talk with. And then so that's personal information. How about maybe also your career, your business? Maybe you don't want to say where you work in. You don't want to say
What
how
you
much
are doing.
What are you doing? What your salary is?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Yeah.
It's very
Especially
important.
the salary thing.
Yeah, that's a controversial thing. You can
Yeah.
just ask that because it can cause a lot of problems.
I don't know why it's very common in Cambodia for people to ask how much you earn. Yeah. And for one, it create this this tension, like when you say a certain number and then they will judge you by that. Oh, you
Exactly.
earn so much, or
Or you own so
really?
little, like that.
That's only amount you earn for the work you do. Like
Yeah.
that's how they react. That is why it's one of the things that is why you don't want to share your
That's
salary.
why some countries, maybe in America, they say it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
They don't even want to, like, why would you even ask that like that? So that's one of those things. And maybe even about physical safety. Maybe you don't know, maybe someone's checking you out, your let's say location is revealed somewhere.
It's true.
Anyone can just go to you. Anyone can know where you are, and that's dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to be watchful. We have to be cautious. We can't just be. Imagine if someone knows where you are, what you're doing, that place, what time. That's pretty dangerous.
But a lot of us are doing it unknowingly, especially when you go into some place and then you just put it out there on social media, like you tag the place and the location, this thing. Sometimes it's okay, but sometimes it's crazy. Why would you want people to know every steps that you take?
Exactly. I'm guilty of that. There are some times where I don't think about it. Yeah. And I think those people who remind me that to be careful about this, and that's why we're here trying to remind you, not only those who are spreading information, but those who are taking advantage of the given information.
Yeah, so our point is that as we require people to respect our privacy, we in turn have to do the same thing.
Yes, exactly. Because I think not only in Cambodia, but also in the Philippines, there's this thing is like, you're close friends, but
we Asian, we love to mingle.
Yeah, we love to mingle, and then there are just some things that slips out of my mouth, and it creates that problem.
It's true. Sometimes even me, I was like, shoot, this was confidential information. Why did I just share it? And you feel guilty afterward. But but that is lesson learned. As long as you learn from it, remind yourself that okay, there are some stuff
that I cannot just say.
Yeah, if the person did not tell you to share, do not share it.
The reason why we have privacy is to keep our reputation, to keep our standing, to keep who we are, ourselves. And because if everyone knows, then how can you be yourself then?
Yeah.
How can you do what you want and who you are?
Yeah, because you don't know if any of these information
can endanger you or not,
to use against you in
exactly
some way. A lot of people they have that kind of experience. Like maybe kids, they just playing some dumb stuff and then they record and then they found themselves in trouble. That is
exactly
a part of it. I mean, you should not do dumb stuff in the first place, but that is part of it. You just when you post something like without thinking it through, or any video, any information,
they can misuse your information.
Yes,
and that's dangerous. So not only that, so privacy is also about your possessions. What you have, you have the right to possess those things. Not anyone can just touch them.
I think I'm very guilty of that.
That's just breaching that person's privacy. And people, I think in Asian countries, people think it's okay, it's always okay, but it's not always okay. It's always best to ask, to have consent. Like, can I use this? Can I use that? Because if you don't, there's definitely gonna be a problem. Maybe not with that person that you're okay with, but there are some people you can't just do that with. I wouldn't like that. If you'll just get my things or touch my things without my permission, it depends on now our closeness.
Yes.
Especially if we're just acquaintance or just friends and we don't really talk to each other much or know each other much. Now that can really, there are some people I've met who think they're close with me. They say feeling close.
Yes.
They say that, and then they ask so much of me, or like do stuff that is, breaching my rights or like my space. And I don't even want to talk to them anymore.
Yeah, you feel like they're getting advantage of you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And that is, if you really want to make friends, if you really want to be close to that person, that's not the right way.
Yeah.
You're just making yourself further instead of wanting them to be closer to you.
Yeah, that is why that I think it is another topic. Don't just assume. But
we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. But the point is, don't just assume that it is okay.
Yes.
You have to ask permission first. You have to ask if this is okay. If this is okay with you, can we do this? Can you do this for me?
Imagine if just someone just goes into your house without your permission.
Yeah, like
and you didn't even know. Maybe even your friend. Like, wouldn't that be like, what are you doing here? Wouldn't that be a kind of a shock, or just like, wouldn't you feel something like inside, like why?
And
didn't
you
even
know,
ask.
you always have those few friends that you are kind of like so close, like you want to share everything.
That's not, yeah.
Yeah, but you're not gonna have like 100 of
All of
those.
those,
Yeah. You're gonna have only a few of those that you.
And that's a fact.
Yeah. you want to. You know, you have.
You can completely trust it, because trust comes from like knowing that they respect you.
Yeah.
If they don't respect you, how can you give them trust?
True.
So like it makes sense. It comes together. And then we also talk about not just possession but also space, personal space, privacy, to be who you are and what you are and do what you want as a human. So like if I don't have my personal space, I can't relax, I can't rest, I can't just do my business.
Yeah. Like,
That's my own private space, my own private maybe physical space.
yeah. Maybe just in your room, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, could be anywhere, but maybe it's just your room. You don't want anybody just to enter into it.
Yeah.
You know, checking it out without telling you ahead of time. You know.
Yeah, and
it's not that you have something to hide, but
Yes.
you know, you feel like that is my space. That is my place in
you wouldn't
the
want
entire
anyone
world.
you wouldn't want anyone or everyone to just see what you're doing,
Yeah.
and they can judge you, they can do this, they can
Yeah.
do that, and it's like, what's the point?
Oh, is that how you sleep? Oh,
Yeah, that's like,
that's how you put your clothes. That's how you hang your clothes.
it's like everyone has their own business. And not only that, it's just maybe even in your room you have your own space, but when you go outside you also have your own space.
Yeah, personal.
Maybe physical space. As I said, not anyone can just touch. In America, if you touch someone, it can be called as assault,
Yeah.
because they did not consent to be touched.
Yeah.
Or do that, because they also fear. Maybe they hold you and then they can do something. They can steal you. They can use what they call this. I forgot what you call it. They're pickpockets.
Yeah.
They know how to like just get your things in some countries, and then
In every country.
I guess.
Yeah.
And then maybe they can even just hold you and then point a gun at you or knife. Especially, I think this is a problem for girls, especially
Yeah.
because some people think that you can just go to them easily, and I think that's why most people cannot just touch girls easily. But compared to men,
Yeah.
but I think we should apply this rule to everyone. Consent. So
That is why, I mean, personally, as an Asian, we always having conflict with the, you know, Western people, because we don't understand their
Yes.
culture and they don't understand our culture. But the point is, I think in this particular area, I think it is good, you know, to
That is good.
really adapt from what they are doing, is to have space for yourself.
yeah, and it's a fact, because it also gives you freedom for yourself. It may be limited, but I mean, it's great to have borders also within ourselves. We can just do everything that we want. So now we're gonna
But
talk about,
not in every area you can require that.
Yes.
Imagine if you in the bus full of people, loaded with people, you cannot. Hey, get away from me!
Yeah.
I need my space. No.
Now it depends on the context.
Yes.
So now, how do we know the boundaries? I think that's also important. Like, so now, I think in all those things, maybe it can be in relationships. Maybe some people don't want you to be bothering their relationship or their
possession.
possession. So relationship, possession, space, and business information, business information. So how do we know the boundaries for all of those?
I think I said it. Like, do not assume.
Yeah. So
you know,
we practically
for
just said most of it. So don't assume.
Yeah.
At least ask for consent. Always
Yes.
ask. Is this okay? Is this not okay?
Even though you are close, it is nicer to ask.
It's always nicer to
Yeah.
ask.
Even though you feel like, nah, it's okay. We are close. We are friend, right? We are buddy, right?
Yeah.
But imagine if you ask, he or she can feel the respect that you are having toward him or her.
I think even with your parents, even with your, or maybe if you're a parent, even with your kids,
Yeah.
both. It's like you can. There are times where you just can't do some things.
Yeah.
But I guess of course, parents have more authority over children, and I think there is a purpose for that,
Yes.
because I think we're gonna go to accountability now. So
Yeah.
so now we talked about boundaries. Don't assume,
Yeah.
and ask, and at least assess whether your relationship with that person is
Oh.
good. Like I say, you've known each other for a long time, or you know that you trust each other, because then there are times where you don't have to ask because you really know more. But again, ask.
Yeah.
So just make sure to assess, and respect.
Yeah.
Respect, seriously. I think everyone here wants to be respected. So if you want to be respected,
You
then
have
you have to give
to
respect.
give respect.
Don't be a hypocrite. So now we're gonna go to let's say, sorry, accountability.
Yeah.
Yes, you have the right to privacy, but you have to also be accountable.
Yes. Especially if you are still under guidance.
Below 18.
Yeah. Of your parents.
But even though you're below guidance, you still have to be accountable.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone has to be accountable. So how about those? Let's talk about the two sides. So the first one is the one who keeps the privacy, who wants privacy, protects their privacy, secure their privacy, and the other one who pries into the privacy, like, oh, the one who gets inside the privacy. So
let's just say, give an example.
So for example, you're the
Children and parents.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, we
could give
can
that.
go
Yeah.
that one. We can get that. So for example, so what's your accountability for someone who's maybe taking care of your privacy? You don't want anyone to just get your information and all those. But what's your accountability
as
for that? Maybe
children?
in general.
In
But if you
general?
want children, sure.
If you're using your privacy to
Hurt people.
to hurt or abuse
Yes.
your own privacy, for the sake, you're hiding stuff.
Yes.
That is not supposed to be hide, or
Hidden.
you shouldn't do it in the first place.
Exactly.
So if I'm if I'm doing something wrong and hiding
I know it.
yeah, and hiding it from my
Parents,
yeah,
or
my
maybe
parent.
from the law.
yeah, that is not a privacy.
I mean,
I don't think that is a privacy. That is like especially if you committed something wrong, you shouldn't hide about it.
yeah.
I mean,
I think that trumps your right for privacy.
yes.
It trumps it because you just broke whatever is moral, or you just broke the law. If
True.
you are like that.
Yeah.
So for example, now if we're talking about like the law and all those, but what if you're a kid and you know you're doing those bad things and you know it's bad? How do you know it's bad? Because you know it's bad because your parents would be angry.
Yeah.
if they know like what you're doing.
Yeah. So
Because
how
they
to be
know.
accountable for that?
So how do you be accountable? It's like whatever you do that's bad, then you have to pay the consequences for it.
I think
It's as simple
yeah.
as that. You're gonna have to
Because-
face the consequences
Yeah.
for that.
It's either you're gonna hide it forever until they found out, or you can let them know I just did something
Yeah.
stupid.
Or you
So-
just tell them.
Yeah.
But either way, you cannot keep secrets, especially if they're bad.
yes. So this is another side of the coin when kids these days want privacy. They always want privacy
Yeah.
to have their space, but sometimes parents, they're always monitoring you because they know, as parents, they know
Yeah.
kids can do a lot of dumb stuff. We all did it.
We've
We
all
all
been
did
there.
it. Yeah.
We've all been there, and that's why parents know. That's why parents know. Like, I know what I know what that person's. I know what my kid's doing.
Yeah, that's why don't close your door. Use it, but
So-
open your door.
So sometimes it's great to keep your privacy, especially if it's really private. Maybe you're talking to someone, it doesn't need to be heard by anyone else, or doing something that doesn't need to be known. So it's like, but be accountable if you will know if that's bad or not. Because I think some children don't know if it's bad or not. That's why parents have to be accountable also.
Yeah.
So for their children. Now that's a different topic, but everyone has to be accountable, especially if they know it's bad, either against morality or against the law. So now, accountable for that. So now, what does the people have to be accountable for who is trying to get in your privacy? All those. So now, if we're talking about parent and children, the parent will have to be accountable for, let's say, the relationship with the child.
Yeah.
Because there are some times where I guess a parent can assume also that maybe you're hiding something, and then in the end not really.
True.
And you assuming something would offend that child is like disrespecting.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this? You're always disturbing me. It's like you're making them feel that emotional, like you don't trust me.
Yeah, insecure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
No one trusts me. Like, how would you feel about
you always assume that I'm going
Yes.
to do stuff.
So like if we're talking about in general, it's like assume, oh, did you steal that? Oh, did you steal that? Oh, did you get that?
Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
Yeah.
How would that person feel?
Yeah.
They'd be pretty pissed.
I get it. Yeah.
Like, dude, I worked for this. Dude,
Yeah.
I have my own money to get this.
Yes.
Like, this is mine.
Yes.
So it's like,
I think it's usually because of the kids always get into trouble. That's why the parents assume that.
Yeah.
But it's always good to at least talk properly to the kids. You don't want to ruin this relationship that you have, because because of his past mistakes, you keep on assuming that he did it again. Of course, this time he's the one do it again.
Yes.
But it might turn out he didn't do it.
exactly. So we have to clarify for everyone that this parent and child relationship thing is very different of a context than in general.
Yes.
Like friendship and all those. It's very different, okay?
I hope you're still following.
Yes, there may be here and there, but it's a very different context.
Yes.
I think this one is more when a parent pries or just gets into a child's let's say an underage child's privacy. I think there's a bit more understandability to that it's okay. But the parent still has to be accountable of the emotion and the trust between the child and parent. But then if you're going outside that context, it's a bit more different. Like if a friend and I assume things like I pry into your privacy, like I just take on all those.
Yeah, check my
then
bag, check the phone, check my laptop.
Yeah, it's like you will be accountable now of losing their trust. You can lose their trust also, especially that one. You may not even have it back again.
True.
Or it will be hard to get it back. So I think it's the same idea for in a context, but in the parent-child relationship thing, especially only if you're underage.
Yes.
Because if you turn in I think in the general rule now is if you turn 18, you're your own self.
Yeah, because it's their duty.
Yeah.
To monitor.
Yes.
Monitor the kids.
I think we'll also talk about a different topic about family stuff.
Yeah, maybe
especially
next
if like reminder.
Mm.
It's not great. It's okay to let's say converse with your child about if they're 18 up to maybe talk about stuff if they consent sharing their private stuff and all those. But if you're talking about friend and friend to friend, acquaintance or relationship, boyfriend girlfriend, like that, there's you always have to be accountable of what you do, because you may not see it, you may not know it, but maybe you're crossing their boundaries of privacy, and you don't know, they will just immediately
the relationship
say
is ruined.
sorry man, I'm tired of you.
Yeah.
You keep doing this and keep doing that.
And then you're like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, exactly. What did I do wrong?
You always isolating yourself from me because you have another friend now.
True. Oh, you have a girlfriend now, boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a different topic again. But general,
the point is just, we all need privacies. We all need space.
Exactly.
That we want just keep this thing for ourselves,
for
so
our
that we
protection.
can, assess. We don't want people to really
misuse our information or just tear up our reputation, because it's not easy to also recover that publicly.
Yeah.
Or even maybe in private relationship, it's hard, it's tough. So we have the right to privacy, to keep things for ourselves, and it's not bad. The only time it's bad is when you're using that privacy for the bad.
Yes.
or illegal, or you
Yes.
know it's morally wrong. And
Don't abuse it.
Yes.
Don't abuse your
Yes.
freedom and you know the space
now-
that you have.
yeah, that's when it comes. You have to be accountable.
Yes.
So first of all, privacy.
Mm-hmm.
We all need it. We all deserve it. Then there's boundaries between that.
And we have to respect that.
Yeah, we have to respect that. Respect each other, and be sensitive, and then be accountable.
Yeah, be accountable.
Know what you're doing. And then
Yes.
if you think it's wrong, then you need to stop doing it in private, or stop getting into someone's space and all those.
Yes.
So that's just to summarize our point. But I hope you guys understood that. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to add anything into our topic, you can just comment.
Yeah.
Down
Or
below.
just give us the idea.
Yeah.
What topic you want us to discuss?
Yes.
Or,
So
we always, we don't have, many ideas to talk about. So
yeah.
we need some ideas from you
we-
guys.
It's special. I think we want it especially because it's coming from you. You want to know it.
Yeah.
So would we be happy to
Yes.
like we don't know if you need this or not.
Yes.
But so yeah, we're just sharing our information because it helped us.
Yeah.
And I think it's important, so we share it.
Yes. And we know that our main purpose in this podcast is to spread positivity mindset, but I think in this particular topic it also related.
Yeah, it's
because,
all about life now, this one. But it's still in our
it's related,
integrity. Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching this 5th episode of VibeLamp Podcast.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for supporting us as always.
Yeah, we'll try to always
Yeah.
make it better.
Definitely. And also try to maybe upload some short clips so you guys don't have to watch the whole thing.
Yes.
And short clips to just so you can know this specific part of the topic. Thank you so much, and see you guys next week
See
on
you.
our next episode.
Bye bye.